There are 18 Fullmetal Alchemist games, and I'm going to review every single one of them to master the art alchemy. To refresh, Fullmetal Alchemist is a series that follows the adventures of the Eric brothers, two alchemists that are searching for the Philosopher's Stone to restore their bodies after failing to bring their mother back to life. So after buying a totally legit alchemy book from me, babe, I figured playing games from the Fullmetal Alchemist series would help me understand how to use this book. And as I grabbed my controller, ready to play all these games, one thought lingered in my mind. Wait.
Alchemy is real!
This is Fullmetal Alchemist and a Broken Angel, a game that was developed by EricDoesEverything, and this game is pretty neat to play, much to the dismay of the critic. This game plays very similarly to Kingdom Hearts. You got 3D action beating up combat, RPG elements like leveling up and equipping items, and even an AI character you can adjust while fighting as well, which is this hunk of metal, which admittedly isn't much cooler than finding a humanoid dog and duck by your side. Sorry, Sora. And despite the heavy influence, this game does its own unique thing. Have you ever tried killing someone with Wii Fit Plus? Well, in this game, you can convert random objects into killing machines. You see, there are a variety of objects lying throughout the stage, which you can use to create guns, sword, bombs, and much more, which either you or the AI partner can use to attack, which is such a fun concept that perfectly represents what Fullmetal Alchemist is about, and it ties down pretty well with the story that follows episodes 17 and 18 of the anime, which involves blowing up trains, having ghosts fall for you in ways that are realistic for me, and...
Oh yeah!
This guy is attacking my masculinity! His mustache is shinier than my future! I can't even grow a mustache even though I'm 19! The sad fate of reality aside, overall this is a great start to the Fullmetal Alchemist games, and I can't wait to see what other alchemy spells I can learn from playing these games. Yeah, that's right, while playing this game, I learned how to make deadly boom boom sticks from random objects. Watch this! Yeah! Alright! My boom boom stick did a boom boom! Something tells me I need a lot more practice if I'm going to master the spell I'm trying to master. This is why I'm taking a look at the next game on the list, which is Fullmetal Alchemist 2, Curse of a Crystal Exile on the PlayStation 2. And my goodness is this game such an improvement from the first game. The gameplay is pretty much the same, but they made the gameplay much faster and revamped the controls to make it a lot less frustrating than the last game, with the most notable improvement being an overall on how the weapons work in this game. You see, in the last game you could only have one weapon at a time, and had to drop it to get a new weapon, but this game allows you to have 4 different weapons at a time, which is a lot less of a hassle, and provides way more creativity in how you can approach enemies. And it's not just that, but this game got much more creative with using the AI and objects to transform them to solve puzzles, like making cannons to stop the water from flowing, making the AI throw you up to reach high places, and making bowling balls to knock down baddies.
Home run!
And while this game follows the first couple of episodes from the anime, the cutscenes still managed to be pretty unique and entertaining due to the increase of in-engine cutscenes. I mean, look at this intense cutscene. Wasn't that intense? Let's see if I can make something intense with this spell. Kasaki! Alright, I'm getting better! I still need more practice if I'm going to do the spell I'm trying to do though. Oh, it's everyone's favorite adorable mascot, Timmy the Taco. Oh, I can't tell you, it's a secret. You'll have to stick to the end of the video to find out. This is Fullmetal Alchemist 3, Kamiyu Tsuko Shoujo. And yet again, it's a really fun game. It pretty much plays like the second game does, so nothing improved on that aspect. However, unlike the last 2 games, you can switch between the Eric brothers, which is so awesome. If you like running fast and doing quick attacks, play as Edward. If you like being a big chunky boy running across enemies with big attack and bowling balls, play as Aponte. If you like being a complete loner whose parents left him, play as Eric. Hey, this is Emo Boys, do you want to fight? It's just a joke, man. It's called being a prick, which is what you are for saying your quote-unquote joke. Zappo. Huh? Haha, let's go. Take that, motherfricker. This all somehow relates to the final Fullmetal Alchemist PlayStation 2 game, which is Fullmetal Alchemist Dream Carnival that came out in 2004, which is the first game on our list that wasn't developed by EricDoesEverything, but rather 8th, which if you know anything about 8th, yeah, you see where this is going. 8th specializes in fighting games in a 2v2 format filled with wacky stages, a bare bones story mode, and a 3 life space system with the characters having separate HP bars. They did this concept with their own series Bloody War, they did this with the Naruto GameCube games they developed, and yes, they did it with this game. Gaps! Whoa! Whoa! No freaking way! Yeah, shocker. That being said though, the way they decided to implement Fullmetal Alchemist is really well done. During these battles, you can turn a variety of objects scattered throughout the stages into defensive and offensive objects, but this is a blessing and a curse, as the more you rely on using these objects, it becomes a lot harder to get your super attack in this game, which, as you can see, deals a ton of damage. But surprisingly, this isn't even my favorite aspect of the game, but man, I have got to gush about these stages. They are all so unique and have their own gimmicks and hazards to watch out for. But in the case you land in water, you die. Kitty poos must be deadly in this game. These poos weren't kitty around. Okay. I'm sorry you had to witness that. So witness me talking about the NES game instead, which is Fullmetal Alchemist Meister no Rondo on the Game Boy Advance. And I gotta say, this is one of the best licensed anime RPG games of all time. Yeah, I know, bold claim, but I'm being serious. While the story does nothing too special besides following the anime, and pretty much does what every old RPG game did back in the game with random turn-based battles, the unique elements they incorporated within this battle system are just downright creative and fun. You see, while battling people, you have the option to use these elements to mix together and combine to do over 50 unique attacks against the enemy, ranging from metallic attacks, earth attacks, psychic attacks, yeah, the list goes on. And you can't just combine the elements together. You see, you can't combine any mass above 6, and there's a limit of 7 for the mass you can make, which makes the object more durable. 7 is a diamond while 1 is stone, for example. And this is all due to the laws of equivalent exchange, which is a concept of the show that pretty much means you can't create something without sacrificing something of equal exchange. Basically, if you steal someone's peanut butter and banana sandwich, you die. And you just don't use these elements in battle, but also during the exploration segments as well. Let's just say you need to create a ladder to get to the top of the train, and to make it, you need to create a metal element with a base of 4 on each side. Well, you can do that by binding elements in the overworld by doing math. That's right, this game forces you to do math. And it's fun! Caps! Whoa! No freaking way! It also adds up that such an amazing game would get a sequel as well, made by the same people that came out only 5 months later after the first game, which is called Fullmetal Alchemist o Mode no Sonata. Since the games are only 5 months apart, it makes sense that this game is pretty much copied and pasted from the first game, and they do it so ironically as well. Even the characters are like, wait a minute, I fought you the last game. And the tutorial pretty much going like, yeah, you can skip this, you already did this before. That's fine with me, because I already mastered a bunch of elements in alchemy thanks to this game. I finally have the materials and power to create the thing. It's just going to take a lot of time. It's none of your business, okay? Sorry, it just means a lot to me. Anyway, let's move on to the next game, shall we? This is Fullmetal Alchemist True Sympathy on the Nintendo DS by Natsumi, who has made other games like Harvest Moon and Moon Factory. This is interesting, considering it's not an RPG or a peaceful life sim like we're used to with this company, but rather an intense fast beat 'em up. And I gotta say, this game is pretty fun, but nothing too special. It pretty much does what every beat 'em up DS game did at the time. You go down long hallways, beating up generic dust by attacking and using special moves, then fight the occasional boss battle and do your typical DS minigames with a stylus. And while it does nothing special, though, that makes it feel like a Fullmetal Alchemist game rather than just your typical beating up, it still is a solid game. I just wish this game got way more creative in adding elements to the beat 'em up genre, like other Fullmetal Alchemist games did with their respective genres. That being said, though, there are still some aspects I love, like the character sprites changing to match the stage, randomly repairing you being the save function in this game, and no. My masculinity is being attacked yet again! But maybe the next game won't, which is Fullmetal Alchemist trading card game. Oh, what is it about? Caps! This game was developed by Miguel and Constantine Nui Madden GmbH, which only made one other game besides this game, Disney Duck's Big Game. What? Anyway, as I stated before, I'm not really a big fan of trading card games, especially when you base them off a forgotten trading card pack. I know, controversial opinion. The 3 Fullmetal Alchemist TCG fans are stabbing me with cards as I speak. That being said though, I gave it a try, and from what I understand, you have to try and win locations using specific cards and elements that are strong with that location to win. The first one to find 9 clues from winning locations gets the Philosopher's Stone and win. Okay, I honestly didn't understand what was going on at all. I copied that description from Google. That being said, if playing card games for 30 minutes were all it took to find a Philosopher's Stone, that would have been quite the short, boring anime. I mean, there goes that emotional backstory of the Electric Brothers trying to retrieve their mother. Oh, yeah. Oh, I finished the device. Behold the magical compass. I can find anyone with this baby. Anyone. Timmy, we agreed not to talk about this. I'm sorry, Timmy, I need to find them. I know they're out there somewhere. Yeah! Are you kidding me? No, I'm gonna fix this if it's the last thing I do. I'm sure the other Fullmetal Alchemist games has the answer. This is Fullmetal Alchemist, Prince of the Dawn on a Nintendo Wii that was developed by Square Enix, and just like with a trading card game, this game goes into an entirely new genre in terms of gameplay, with it being a point-and-click mystery game. This game is an original story that involves you playing as Edward and Ponce in order to solve the mystery of an incident involving suspicious activity involving the state military in this game, where you pretty much do what all point-and-click mystery games do: ask questions, find clues, click on stuff, play your typical interactive mini-games, and strip suspicious people down. Oh no, you! While it isn't anything groundbreaking, the fact that it has an original story is really interesting, and I recommend playing this game in the sequel, Fullmetal Alchemist, Daughter of the Dusk, which is pretty much a continuation of the first game and does pretty much the same thing but with different perspectives and characters of the same story. This is getting ridiculous. Why me? I am so close to the answer. It just keeps malfunctioning no matter what I do with it, Timmy! Please, I'm seeking your help here. There's gotta be more Fullmetal Alchemist games. Thank you. Let's just check them out. This is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood on the PlayStation Portable, which was developed by Bandai Namco, who made pretty much every other anime game in existence at this point, and a ton of them are 3D anime brawler games, with this one being no exception. It's the typical 3D brawler you're used to with attack and special attacks, different characters, and superpowers, but doesn't go out of its way to do anything unique in terms of gameplay, and there is a ton of missed potential. For example, all the characters really don't feel any different from one another. The superpowers are pretty much the same across each character, and even though there are a ton of objects like barrels scattered throughout the stage, they only serve as obstacles rather than things you can use to create weapons out of them. Which is such a shame because it would have made us from a meta experience to an actual unique 3D anime brawler. In a nutshell, I'm having a mental crisis over a barrel. That being said though, there are some things that kinda make it cool, like customizing characters. Wow. Okay, I give up. This game is meh. But maybe the final Fullmetal Alchemist game, Fullmetal Alchemist to the Promised Land and PSP, is much better. Working! This game is again developed by Bandai Namco, but in this time instead of a 3D brawler game, they went with a tactics strategy route with this game. And I gotta say, they did a really good job with this game. It has some similarities with most tactics games, such as it being turn-based, having a variety of items and maps scattered throughout the map, yeah, you get it. But man, do I love the way Bandai implemented Fullmetal Alchemist elements into this game. The maps are structured in a way in which there are a couple objects scattered throughout that you can take advantage of in order to attack enemies, build walls, and block attacks. And each time you interact with these objects, you have to do a quick time event, in which if you fail, you become dizzy and can't do anything in the next turn, so it's a high risk, high reward kind of thing. And it's not just battles you get to do in this game, but also other stuff like trying to get from one place to another while avoiding attacks, as well as cleaning up the mess you made. But with magic. What now? Well, what is it? Wait, so... Oh. Please leave me alone. I said leave me alone! Yeah, it's just that, you know, we've been through all these adventures together, working hard, playing through all these anime games, and making videos out of them with you. I just wanted someone to know it's my hard work. And, well, I thought the people that would be most supported are dead. I'm good. Thanks for listening. Just need to be smiling, making the videos I keep doing, right? That's what everyone wants from me after all, right? Well, let's finish what we started, shall we? Oh sure. Well then, let's check out the 5 official Fullmetal Alchemist Flash games. Yes, there are 5 official Fullmetal Alchemist Flash games. Like Flame Out, where you're shooting cows with zappy powers, Iron and Flame, a surprisingly fun beat 'em up game I spent way too much time procrastinating to, State Alchemy Exam, a Fullmetal Alchemist quiz that was 99 cents for some reason, Quest of a Philosopher's Stone, a generic Flash platforming game, and State Alchemy Exam 2, which is pretty much the same thing as the first State Alchemy Exam, but with a different developer for some reason. Well, that's all a review you're gonna get from me. It's a Flash game, not the Holy Bible. Holy great Jesus minute transmutation! Whew. Timmy's taking quite a long time. I'm gonna see what he's up to. Alright, maybe he's in the editing room. Huh? What is this? Celebrate what? Oh, Timmy, I appreciate it a lot, thanks.